And now this is what you guys have been waiting for. This is where we smooth with Brad.
So, Yonathan, around 11 o'clock, I came in this morning and I walked into Julie Bean's office and I said, did you just see what just came across the news feed? And she goes, no, what? And I said, Gordon Sondland, who was the EU ambassador to the United States, and by the way, Ukraine is not part of Europe, yet Donald Trump put him in charge of a Ukraine negotiation for a quid pro quo,
right,
which is basically a bribery. I'm not going to give you money for military aid that's already been authorized until you give us dirt on Joe Biden and his son. I'm going to bribe you. You want the money? Give me something. That's basically the quid pro quo. And in his testimony behind secret doors, he said there was no quid pro quo. Today, his lawyer wrote a letter to the impeachment committee, and in a 4-page sworn testimony written after his oral deposition, he confirmed his involvement in essentially laying out a quid pro quo to Ukraine that he had previously not acknowledged. Sondland revealed that he told a top Ukrainian official that the country would not receive American military aid unless it publicly committed to investigating President Trump's enemies. Now, Sondland provided more detailed description of his own role in alerting the Ukrainians that they needed to go along with investigative requests being demanded by the president's personal lawyer, Rudolph Giuliani. In his updated testimony, Sondland recounted how he had discussed the linkage with Andrei Yermak, a top advisor to President Zelensky of Ukraine, on the sidelines of a September meeting between Vice President Mike Pence and Zelensky in Warsaw. So to say Mike Pence didn't know anything about this, he may be next. This new information surfaced as the House committees released a transcript of their interview last month with Kurt Volker. Sondland said he believed that withholding the aid, a package of $391 million in security assistance, was ill-advised, although he did not know when, why, or by whom the aid was suspended. Now, in Kurt Volker's testimony, he was also part of this negotiation. He testified in his oral deposition that there is no question that Joe Biden and his son did nothing illegal.
Okay.
It may have been some sort of patronage that maybe, the son may not have gotten the job, but for his father being the vice president, it was a bribery. And then we have Kurt Volker, another guy as part of this negotiation, saying everybody knows Biden and the son did nothing wrong. The issue becomes, right now, senators are scared to go against Donald Trump. Right now, about 49% of the electorate believe Donald Trump should be impeached. It's all about the Republicans' electability in the Senate coming 2020. Meanwhile, Trump admitted today, after 2 years, saying he's going to build this big, beautiful wall. Nobody could get under. Nobody can get over unless you're a pole jumper. That it may be impenetrable. This great wall that Donald Trump is building along the Mexican-U.S. border, gangs are using cordless saws purchased in the Home Depot for as little as $100 to make holes in the border wall that Donald Trump is making. Trump now has admitted that his border wall is not impenetrable, as he initially claimed.
Nobody's getting through. You can't get through unless you're a world-class pole vaulter on the Olympic team.
We have a very powerful wall, but you can cut through any wall, as you know.
Yeah. All right, so first you can't get through. You can't get through, but now you can. But it's easily fixed. One of the reasons we did it this way, because it's easily to be fixed. I knew you could cut through it.
Right.
We did it on purpose. Meanwhile, Lev Parnas, he and his buddy Igor Fruman, I mean, it looks like, they look like two guys from the musical The Producers.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Lev Parnas, he's upset because Donald Trump says, I never met the guy. He's been arrested. He was Giuliani's, henchman. And he was arrested for trying to make connections with Giuliani with Ukrainian government officials in order to get dirt on Joe Biden. He's sitting in jail, and Donald Trump's not coming to his rescue. And he says, I know Donald Trump. I've met him many times. I'm highly insulted that this man says he doesn't know me. So it turns out he's so insulted, Lev Parnas' attorney, client, is now willing to comply with the House impeachment inquiry, and
he's about to start spilling
he's going to start spilling the guts.
I knew that's why it was, because he was so mad at the fact that Donald Trump wasn't coming to the house. Like, he's got some dirt on him.
And here's the video of Trump saying he doesn't know the guy.
I don't know them. I don't know about them. I don't know what they do. But I don't know. Maybe they were clients of Rudy. You'd have to ask Rudy.
Now, according to the Washington Post, Lev Parnas' attorney says all you have to do is just look at the public photos of the president and Parnas during intimate dinners, waving at each other with Giuliani, and you can clearly see They know each other.
Yeah.
In a weird turn of events, Donald Trump is now also becoming very, very spiritual. He needs the evangelical vote, keep him in power. So Donald Trump, who has cheated on multiple wives, definitely we have proof of that, has done nothing that we know of in a Christian nature, has now come out and said he is a huge, huge Christian man. He has now hired Paula White to advise on Donald Trump's Faith and Opportunity Initiative. Now, who is Paula White? She is a Florida televangelist, and she has been brought into the Trump administration to help shore up the evangelical base. There are many people who actually understand Christianity who would say that his beliefs are heretical.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds.
Meanwhile,
man,
you know Stephen Miller, he's getting married. He's the architect of Trump's immigration wall.
Okay.
And he's the one who was in charge of separating families at the border. He is Trump's immigration guy. You know who he's marrying?
Who?
Mike Pence's press secretary, Katie Waldman. Can you imagine that? What a horrible couple that is.
Right.
All right. It's like the guy who's in charge of destroying immigrant families who are coming to America, marrying Mike Pence's press secretary. In North Carolina, a man sued his ex-wife's lover. A jilted North Carolina husband recently won a $750,000 lawsuit that he filed against a former friend for stealing his wife.
Wow.
Yes, Kevin Howard won the judgment in August under an unusual North Carolina law that lets people file a suit for alienation of affection. It's a tort, like negligence, like intentional infliction of emotional harm. The tort is alienation of affection, where you have to prove that this person intentionally prevented my spouse from giving me love.
Wow. And that's an actual...
That is an actual law in North Carolina. And he sued this man, now Howard, the man who had his affection alienated.
Oh, okay.
He told a local radio station that he believes in the sanctity of marriage, and his divorce was almost unbearable, like someone calling you and telling you that a family member had tragically died. Besides North Carolina, you can also sue for alienation of affection in Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah, which means that in North Carolina, Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, or Utah, if your spouse cheats on you, you can sue the person your spouse cheated on for money.
How about if it's a stranger?
Then sue the stranger.
Why is the man getting sued? Why doesn't the woman get sued?
It's like a personal injury case. If someone has a car wreck and hurts you very badly, you get damages for that. Marital courts are the same premise. You get damages if someone wrecks your marriage.
I think the spouse should get sued.
Now, you know anything about this Brunchella by Kanye West?
Yes.
The 42-year-old rapper's Sunday service performed at the Bethany Church in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The concert's free, although for $55 you can go to Brunchella, which is a meal prior to the concert.
Oh.
Now, when one concert goer saw what they were getting for their money, they took to social media to express their outrage. So this is what you got for $55. This is the wonderful cold brunch buffet we are being served by Boyle and Rue BR. And the server looked at me crazy when I asked for his second pancake, alongside an image of a meager 2 pancakes, 2 slices of bacon, and a sausage patty on a styrofoam plate, which was quickly compared to the infamous cheese sandwich at the FyreFestival on social media. Yeezy FyreFestival even began to trend.
That is trifling.
Now, what was the FyreFestival?
So FyreFestival was Ja Rule.
FyreFestival.
FyreFestival was Ja Rule. He's a rapper, and this other white guy, I forget his name, but they partnered up to do this huge festival over it was somewhere on the islands, I forget where. But they got like Kylie Jenner or Kendall Jenner and all these like Instagram models to promote it and stuff, and had all of these rich kids coming out there spending like minimum of like $15,000 each to go there. And they said that they would have private jets to take them there. They were all in this small, like this.
This was like in the Bahamas or something, right? Yes. Didn't the guy get arrested?
Yeah.
He got arrested,
but Ja
right?
Rule didn't. And like.
Why did Ja Rule not get arrested?
I don't know. He got lucky.
Because he was able to afford a good lawyer.
He was lucky.
Yeah.
He was lucky. But like, it was real trifling. It was horrible.
FyreFest South, a.k.a. Brunchella. That's so Dara said, looks like Yee's Brunchella turned out to be brunch from hella, shaking my head. head. And Yeetwood Max said the pictures of the Brunchella plates have me in tears. Kanye got you all again.
Okay.
Kanye got you all
He got
again,
y'all
right?
again.
I thought the vest was, did he got you again,
Right,
huh?
right.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.